New York hums with uneasy peace after years of supervillain chaos. Peter Parker juggles mentorship at ESU with night patrols. Miles Morales grows into his own, admired as the other Spider-Man. Rumors swirl of a dormant symbiote fragment hidden in Oscorp storage. Eddie Brock keeps Venom restrained, focusing on investigative journalism. The calm masks something ancient stirring beneath the city. Norman Osborn finances a secret project, SymGen, a program to weaponize symbiote biology. A recovered black fragment from the meteor site pulses with alien life. Dr. Kurt Connors warns against tampering, but corporate greed overrides caution. Security breaches hint at someone siphoning the symbiote's genetic code. Miles uncovers traces of Oscorp's illegal testing while tracking street crime. Peter senses an echo of the nightmare suit he once wore. Venom grows restless, plagued by visions of a merge point, where symbiotes unify. Eddie experiences flashes of worlds devoured by living darkness. The parasite speaks of a cosmic tether drawing it home. Fearful, Eddie seeks out Peter, warning him the symbiote war isn't over. Peter debates alerting Miles, worried the younger hero might rush in. Shadows deepen as the fragment at Oscorp begins to replicate. Miles patrols Harlem, intercepting an Oscorp convoy moving strange containers. He captures proof of human symbiote experiments. A desperate scientist whispers about Phase 2, planetary integration. Miles resolves to investigate alone, fearing Peter might forbid the risk. But the symbiote detects Miles' biosignature and marks him as potential host. A dark thread now links the two Spider-Men unknowingly. Oscorp's lab erupts when the fragment escapes containment. Tendrils engulf equipment, absorbing data and mutating rapidly. An alert spreads. Subject Venom Zero has achieved sentience. Peter swings in, witnessing scientists consumed by black biomass. Miles arrives moments later, stunned at the carnage. The entity whispers through radio static. The merge point nears. Peter urges shutting Oscorp down and sealing all symbiote material. Miles argues they need intelligence. Destroying evidence could doom them. Tension strains their partnership. Both feel the clock ticking. Eddie pleads to work with Venom, claiming only symbiotes can face the threat. Peter distrusts Eddie, recalling his past rampages. Allies fracture as the Black Tide spreads underground. Miles covertly infiltrates Oscorp's restricted archives. He discovers logs on an interdimensional nexus, where symbiotes converge to evolve. Blueprints show Oscorp's collider experiments are destabilizing reality. Peter intercepts Miles mid-hack, anger simmering over the secrecy. Before arguments settle, alarms blare. Symbiote growths flood the building. Both Spider-Men fight side by side against sentient tendrils. Eddie arrives, Venom roaring for unity against the offspring swarm. He reveals the symbiotes sense a portal forming above Manhattan. The merge point, if uncontained, will overwrite every host on Earth. Peter reluctantly accepts Eddie's help. Temporary alliance only. Miles studies Venom's physiology, noting differences from Oscorp's fragment. Time is short. The rift pulses in the skyline. Whispers invade Peter's dreams, tempting him with strength to protect better. His old trauma resurfaces, feeding guilt and doubt. Miles notices subtle aggression creeping into Peter's speech. Venom insists Peter's mind is resonating with the fragment, a dangerous sign. Oscorp denies responsibility, but insiders leak files on Norman's obsession. Trust erodes as the alien influence grows. Symbiote spores infect Manhattan's underworld, mutating gangs into lethal hybrids. The Spider-Men fight desperate alley battles to contain outbreaks. Citizens panic as web-slingers battle creatures once human. Venom senses a call, pulling all infected toward the rift. Miles wonders if they should evacuate the city. Peter vows to stand ground, no matter the odds. Above Times Square, a swirling void glows obsidian and violet. Oscorp's collider hums, feeding the anomaly. Fragments of other realities flicker through, alternate Spider-Men glimpsed in flashes. Eddie recognizes Clintar runes, foretelling a planetary merging event. Peter's suit begins reacting, small black filaments crawling across his gloves. Miles pleads with Peter to resist, fearing a relapse. Mary Jane confronts Peter about his erratic mood. She urges trust in Miles instead of shielding him. Peter wrestles with guilt, losing Uncle Ben, Gwen, and now risking Miles. Venom warns Eddie the hosts may falter at merge point. The city spirals into chaos, streets alive with creeping biomass. Hope feels fragile as allies scatter. Norman, desperate to control the rift, dons a prototype, Symgoblin armor. His merger with stolen symbiote strands amplifies his madness. He proclaims himself harbinger of the merge. Peter and Miles infiltrate Oscorp Tower amid black storms of alien matter. Venom senses kinship and revulsion toward Norman's warped form. The countdown to collapse accelerates. The heroes enter the pulsating vortex at the tower's summit. Reality warps, skyscrapers twist, gravity buckles. Miles steadies Peter, who nearly succumbs to the pull. Venom anchors them with living tendrils, bridging worlds. Inside, echoes of countless spider totems whisper warnings. They glimpse a multiverse of webbed destinies converging. The fragment manifests as a colossal, semi-sentient Clintar avatar. It declares Earth a seed world for the next hive. Peter's will falters, tendrils wrapping his arms. Miles shouts him back, anchoring Peter in memory of Aunt May's words. Venom lunges, fusing partially with the entity to stall it. The chamber trembles, rift energy bleeding across dimensions. Eddie realizes the only way to neutralize the rift is mutual integration. Venom proposes merging with Peter and Miles simultaneously, unifying hosts to sever the hive. Peter fears total loss of identity. Miles refuses to abandon him. Time dwindles. The avatar spreads like wildfire. They grip hands, channeling combined will through Venom's essence. A blinding surge cascades outward. Peter, Miles, and Eddie stand in a shared mindscape of infinite webs. Each thread hums with the lives of countless spider heroes. They feel the venomous hunger, but bind it with empathy and resolve. Together, they rewrite the bond. Not domination, but partnership. The hive screams, retreating from their unbreakable will. The rift begins to implode. The tower shatters as alien matter dissolves into mist. Peter's suit returns to red and blue, trembling but intact. Miles steadies Eddie, who collapses from strain yet smiles faintly. Norman vanishes into the rift's closing seam, fate uncertain. City lights flicker back, sirens wailing over wounded streets. The Spider-Men breathe relief, barely surviving Destiny's crucible. Authorities scramble to contain Oscorp's ruins and lingering spores. Media hail 3 heroes, yet question symbiote ethics. Peter and Miles repair trust, pledging transparency. Eddie disappears quietly, Venom whispering, "Balance for now." Manhattan rebuilds, scarred yet alive. The merge point's shadow lingers unseen. In a quiet rooftop moment, Peter tells Miles, "We saved the city, together." Miles grins, replying, "Guess we're Spider Brothers now." A faint ripple crosses the sky, web patterns hinting at more universes. Venom's voice echoes distantly. "The web is wide. Hosts, be ready." Camera pans over New York bathed in dawn light. Title card: The Spider-Men Venom Merge Point. To be continued.